Or you put it in that capacity and you go, wow. You just don't think about it when you're dumping it into your recycle bin at home.
As long as it makes it to the recycle bin. That's what's on you to do that. So otherwise people chuck it into the landfills and it's just there forever.
Yeah. The weather isn't on you, but I think you should take some credit if you can.
This is where we all celebrate together. This is where I bring out a nifty little line. A dear friend of mine, Dan McCarthy, says, "We're in marketing, not production." But that's it. All right, let's take a look at this forecast. It's a nice one for us. Over the next few hours, temperatures are going to fade back into the 50s and ultimately the 40s for the start of the day. So yeah, chilly again, but boy, clear skies expected to continue. Still very comfortable in the upper 60s and low 70s. If you are going out, grab a jacket or a sweater because once the sun sets, these temperatures are going to feel even cooler than where they actually are. Dry air is in control. We only have dew points that are in the 40s in much of the area. Where you see dew points in the 50s, remember Lake Erie has a little bit of influence on that with that marine layer that comes in on a northerly breeze. So a little bit more humidity close to the lake, but all of us obviously enjoying some pretty comfortable conditions now. We're going to hold on to these very comfortable conditions for the week ahead. You see this little bump here that comes in on Sunday and Monday. That's ahead of this cold front that's going to sweep in. That same cold front is going to help to push Lee out of here. So there's Hurricane Lee that is still swirling. I'll give you the deets on that in just a moment. But we have this storm system that's sitting north of the nation's north border at this point, draping a cold front across the midsection of the country. As that sweeps through, we'll notice an increase in cloud cover for your Saturday. We're going to throw some rain chances back into the forecast on Sunday, and then we're back off to beautiful weather as we head through most of next week. Now, let's talk a little bit more about Hurricane Lee. The 5 o'clock advisory from the National Hurricane Center still holding 80-mile-per-hour winds, but one thing that you can note here, and this is an enhanced satellite image, by the way, this is not the radar, but we kind of are able to more easily pick out features of the storm system itself. Typically in the hurricanes, you know, when this thing was a Cat 5, we had a perfect circle. The symmetry was perfection, right? Well, now everything's getting shoved off to the north side of it. The center of circulation is still sitting down here, but we don't have anything going around the back side of it. So that is a sign that this thing is being sheared apart. It is starting to get more and more of its energy from non-tropical water. It's going to go in a collision of air masses, and so what that ends up doing is changing the way the whole thing works. As that change takes place, we start to get more and more impacts. And you can see where we have tropical storm warnings throughout New England, and then as the storm system comes farther north, it does then dive out to the east, and that is that front that we have coming through that helps to kind of give it the punt and get it out of here. So hopefully things are going to get cleaned up rather quickly. All right, let's take a look at our own hour-by-hour forecast from National Design Mart. The clear skies tonight continue. The light northerly breezes along the lakeshore will start to back off a little bit. Morning temperatures, look at this. 40s pre-dawn, and then we're going to see the nice bounce once the sun comes up. So 8 a.m. or so, sunshine, temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s. By midday, we're sitting in the upper 60s and low 70s. I think we'll peak in the low 70s tomorrow, and then tomorrow night, as clouds come in, we'll start to see temperatures not drop off quite as much. But once the rain gets here, which is probably more on Sunday with a few showers in your Union Home Mortgage forecast, that's when we'll start to really pull those temperatures down into Monday with upper 60s for your highs. That is that cold front coming through. Once it's out of here, look where we go. Lots of sunshine, very comfortable conditions. Temperatures a week from today back up to around 80 or so. Fingers crossed.